welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my December wrap-up and my last video of 2024. So we have quite a few books to talk about today. So in the month of December, I read 4 romances, 1 nonfiction memoir, and then I had 1 DNF. So overall, even though I had a DNF, I'd say that this month was like one of the best like reading months, like rating wise, in a long time that I've had. Overall, like all the books that I read were just so special, so good. So at the beginning of this month, I was like trying to pick up books on my physical TBR. I just couldn't do it. And so I'm on my Kindle, I'm scrolling through Kindle Unlimited, and I see the Chestnut Spring series. And I'm like, you know what? I've always wanted to read this series, always. So I downloaded Flawless on Kindle Unlimited, and I'm not even kidding, within like the first 5 minutes of me reading, it just became immediately my new favorite romance series. And I'm talking, this is on the first book. I already knew that I was gonna love this series so much. So in Flawless, we are following Summer and Rhett, and Rhett is a famous bull rider, but he's kind of getting into some scandals. He's kind of like getting canceled online for, it's honestly a really stupid like scandal thing. It literally doesn't even matter, but he's like losing his sponsorships and all of that. So his agent hires Summer, who is his daughter, to kind of be like his like babysitter, really just like watch him and make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble, and he can like maintain his image and just like not totally destroy his image any more than he already has. So she has to go to his ranch with him and go to all of his bull riding competitions. And at his ranch, he lives with his dad and his brothers and one of his brother's 5-year-old son, and it is just the most wholesome little family. I loved that aspect of it so much. I like immediately fell in love with the entire family. I think that they're so funny, and it's just such a cute, wholesome little group of people. So while they're at all of these competitions and on the ranch and everything, of course feelings get involved and they end up falling for each other, and it's just super cute. It was funny, the characters were all super likable, and it was just exactly what I needed, and it was just such a fun time. I absolutely loved it. So I decided on a 4.5 stars for this one. It was just so amazing. And then immediately after I finished that one, I decided to download the second one, which is Heartless. So in this one, we are following one of Rhett's older brothers and Willa, who is Summer's best friend from the city. And so Cade is needing a nanny for his 5-year-old son, and so of course Summer from Flawless offers up her best friend Willa to nanny his kid, and they have like a first like little meet at the beginning of the book. She doesn't give off the best impression, so he's like, absolutely not, you are not watching my kid. But then he realizes how amazing she is with Luke, and she eventually gets hired. They're just living on this ranch together. She's the nanny for the kid. Her relationship with this little boy, Willa and Luke's relationship, literally made this entire book so amazing for me. I loved her and Cade, their like little romance, so much. And I feel like Cade, he's going through a lot like emotionally, and he's very closed off, and I feel like I could relate a lot to his character. And I just love Willa. I think that she's so funny, and she's just so herself, and I just love it. I love both of them. So I actually ended up giving this 5 stars, which so unexpected. I never thought that I would give one of these books 5 stars. I never thought that this series would mean this much to me, but it is so amazing. I have the rest of the 3 books up here, and I can't wait to get to them. And I just want to say, if you want to see me reading both of these and like my real like raw reactions while I'm reading them, I do have a reading vlog up. It's this one. You can go watch that one to see me like live reading these. And of course it was December, so I needed some cute like holiday themed books. So first I read All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard. I had never heard of this. I didn't even know, I think it came out last year or maybe this year. Actually, I think it came out this year. So I had never heard about this, but I was in Target. I was looking for Christmas books. I wasn't having much luck, but then I saw this one and I thought the cover looked cute, and then I read the back and I was like, oh, okay, seems like a fun time. So in this one, you are following Jess and Nick, and they are exes, but they are both romance writers, and they kind of like left off on bad terms. They're not friends or friendly whatsoever. They're both with the same publishing company, but Nick is like way more famous, and his books are like, he's like a bestseller author, while Jess is not. So Jess gets an email from her agent saying, hey, like there's this book award ceremony coming up, and you need to present an award for best romance author, I'm pretty sure. And of course Jess doesn't want to be presenting an award and like pretend pretending to like Nick, and they have not been in the same room since they broke up 5 years before. But Jess knows that if she wants to get her name out there, if she wants to make a name for herself, she has to show her face in front of all of the publishing world, the whole company that she works for. She has to kind of show up and be there. I don't want to give the whole plot away, but the hotel ends up getting snowed in, so they're stuck in the same hotel room for days, and they end up falling for each other again. And the whole time that they're in this hotel, they're both like simultaneously writing their own romance book. So it's just like so cute, and like literally the epilogue had me literally crying. The epilogue literally, like, I had tears falling from my face over a Christmas book. So I am for sure going to be reading more of Fallon Ballard's books in 2025. She has a lot of different romances, so I'm really looking forward to diving into those and reading some that aren't Christmas themed. Even though this was like so good, I still rated it 4.5 stars just because it was like the Christmas book, and like I wouldn't necessarily recommend it for any other time just because it takes place during Christmas and it talks about Christmas and stuff. But it was so amazing, and make sure to put this on your December TBR for next year. Save this, add it to your want to read in GoodReads, because I would highly recommend this. And then our last romance read, I had another Christmas themed book, which was Baggage Claim by Juliana Smith. I had heard such amazing things about this, really thought that I was going to love this, and it was pretty good. Like the first, like, I'd say 30% of the book, I was really enjoying it, but then the guy, the main character, Finn, he was cringing me out so badly. This starts where Olive and Finn meet on a plane headed to Colorado from Florida, and they're sitting next to each other, and she's like super like anxious about flying, and he's just being like so annoying, like, actually so annoying, and he's so full of himself too. But on this like several hours long flight, she ends up telling Finn that she needs to like have like a fake boyfriend, because she told her family that she hasn't seen in like 3 years that she has a boyfriend, and so now she needs to fake that she has a boyfriend because she doesn't actually have one. And there's also some family drama with her family. That whole thing is just weird. So they're spending these 2 weeks together with all of his family, pretending to be dating. It was so like insta-lovey and so just like so cringe at times. So if you enjoy insta-lovey stuff like that and like fake dating, this would probably be really good for you. And that's why I rated it 2.75, because it's like almost 3 stars, where I would like recommend it to you. And it wasn't absolutely terrible. I listened to like the last like 60% of it on audiobook because I just couldn't read it anymore. But again, if you like the insta-lovey fake dating, I would highly recommend this one for a Christmas read. So next we have our memoir slash nonfiction book, which was Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing. So I also read this in the vlog where I read Flawless and Heartless. If you want to hear all of my thoughts on this one, you can go check out that video. But I love Friends. I love the whole Friends cast. They mean everything to me, like I've said before, and I've always wanted to read his book. He went through so much in his entire life, and he always said that he wanted to be remembered for so much more than just Friends. He wanted Friends to fall way down on the list of things that people think of him for, and so I really wanted to hear his story. And oh my gosh, just like it was just so heartbreaking and everything. There was so much that he went through. The timeline is honestly very confusing. It kind of jumps all over the place at times. Actually, the whole book kind of jumps all over the place, so it was like a little bit hard to follow, but you're still learning his whole story, and it's just so amazing to learn about. So I would highly recommend this. I'm not gonna rate this, but it was very good, and I loved learning about his life. And lastly, we have the DNF of this month, which is The Santa Suit by Mary Kay Andrews. And I like bought this book without even like reading the synopsis or anything. I just simply saw this cover, and I just thought it was so Christmassy, so perfect for Christmas. Like, tell me this isn't the most perfect Christmas cover. You've got a Santa hat, you've got like light. It's just so cute. So I was so excited to read this. But again, I didn't read the summary, so I had no idea what it was about. I got to page 37, so I like barely made a dent in this. I think I probably got like 30% into it. It just was not at all for me. It started off like the first like couple chapters, I was honestly very intrigued. We're following Ivy, I think her name is, and she's moving to like this new house in this random town. Like, she just is completely moving away for a fresh start. And when she first gets there, it just feels like it's gonna be like such a cute like cozy read. And then the realtor name is Ezra, but he just was really cringing me out, and it just like there was nothing that I was liking about this book. I started trying to listen to it as an audiobook, but honestly made it even worse. I just could not get through this whatsoever. So unfortunately, no matter how cute the cover was, I should not have judged the book by the cover because this was a DNF for me. And I don't know, I originally like soft DNF'd it, like maybe I'll get back to it in the future, but honestly, like there are so many other books that I'll probably want to read next Christmas time, so I'll probably save it for now in my little like Christmas holiday section on my TBR cart. But like no promises that I'll ever read this, but if you've read it and you enjoyed it, please comment down below and you can like try to persuade me into reading it. So with that being said, these are the 5 books and the 1 DNF that I read in December. So overall, I had such a good reading month. We had a 5-star and then we had 2 4.5 stars. Like that's really amazing. Plus this one, the memoir, which I'm not gonna rate, but it was very amazing to listen to. So it was just such a good reading month. So I am very happy and I can't wait to read more, so much more in 2025. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support that you've shown me over the past couple months since I started this channel. I can't wait to create more and share more and read more with you in this new year. So make sure to subscribe, like this video, and I'll see you guys next year. Bye!